of Body Culinary. I'm Kwasa, professional chef, personal trainer. And on this channel, you'll find everything having to do with whole, fresh living and unprocessed foods as a lifestyle combined with fitness and garden/nature therapy. Why? Because these are leveraged lifestyle practices. First of all, no one can take away from you, no matter what your budget, no matter what your situation, single, married. These are leveraged in that they are a great investment, an excellent investment of your time. And how do you qualify a good investment? Well, a good investment is going to give you back a bigger return in exchange for your time, your attention, right? And your focus. You're going to get something back. So I love principles and distinctions over here because they really make the difference. They shorten your learning curve and they guarantee more of the results that you're looking for if you're looking to upgrade the results in your life, your physical health, your vitality, your mood. The principles are the target, right? So feel free to like, comment respectfully, subscribe, and share this channel in the video with anyone that you think that could benefit, who's been complaining and knows that they need to make changes now more than ever, like yesterday, right? So share the channel with someone that can benefit. And if you're interested in embracing whole, fresh living and unprocessed foods as a lifestyle and not a diet, then I invite you to download, go and get your copy, right, of Whole Living Foods in the Hood with menus to fit your budget. It will really be a great tool to help you shift the mindset, especially if you know, maybe perhaps like myself, you've been really addicted to junk food. Like, well, you know, it's the part in your mouth, but you're also self-soothing, self-sedating, and intuitively you know that your organs are suffering under the pressure from eating till we're gonna pop, just overeating, overextending, all of these foods with great flavor, yet they're not giving the cells at a cellular level, they're not giving us back the nutrition that we need, and it's showing up in our body. See, and I love to frame things in a certain kind of way, so it's not about the label that you call yourself, it's more about the results. So many of us can pinch our waistline or look at our sleep or our level of constipation, our internal clogging, the internal clogging from the inside of the lymphatic system, right? Your internal sewage system, it's clogged up, and so it's showing up on the skin, right? So it's clogged up here, the colon is clogged up, our arteries are clogged up. There's a lot of clogging going on, and it's coming from here. Do we want to clog our arteries? No, but we want the pleasure, you know, from the food. So a comprehensive education makes a huge difference. It makes a huge difference. So this is a time where it's really critical. It's a critical time for you to take action. Concentrated action, and I would say even more so effective, efficient, sustainable action. Again, the principles are going to save you a lot of time. They're the best investment of your money. They level the playing field for everyone. I could give 2 peach pits if you call yourself vegan, vegetarian, carno, keto. All of these labels can keep you very divisive, and they can be very distracting from getting the value that you need, so you know exactly what you need to do, where you need to take focused, concentrated action. It doesn't matter your package, your ethnicity. Everyone's body can benefit from more whole, fresh, living and unprocessed foods. That doesn't even necessarily need a label. So your tools, I'm going to tell you right now, get a pen. These are the tools for you to enact now. So after you get off this live, you have something to do. You have some direction. And let me see. There is a fast, a very comprehensive, not a dry fast, not a water fast. That's going to be starting, it's going to be for 9 days. 9 days, done very balanced and intelligently. Starting on the 16th, I believe it is. No, Freedom Hair, or Hair Freedom, is on the 16th. The following week is going to be the 9-day fast. And this is not a fast, so you can say, I did a fast, I've been there, done that. That's not the goal of this fast. Most people don't prepare for it properly, don't do it properly, are not getting enough nutrition, are not focusing on their organs of elimination, and most importantly, most people break it improperly. So therefore, you did the fast, but if you're still unhealthy, overweight, and you didn't change your mindset, then okay, it's just another notch in the belt but we didn't get the results that we were looking for. So I love comprehensive education. You can take what you're learning and put it into action. Very easy, very enticing to go to sleep on the internet, or just be looking at people's bodies or typing in and arguing with people on the internet and not getting value for the time that you invest, right? And I'm not on here, I don't get paid to come, on the internet. So do be mindful when you're communicating, respect, common sense, right? Because it's just not a lot of common sense, and that's not my responsibility. I don't have the time to be coaching adults on manners and how to interact, but I do understand that is the climate of the internet. No healthy boundaries, so do be aware. All right, so the tools are whole living foods in the hood with menus to fit your budget. The mindset shift is there. The clarity is worth its weight in gold. Otherwise, you're just going to be accumulating more detox packets, more tools that you're not using long term. So your shopping lists are in there with the pictures of the receipts and the different budgets. All whole, fresh living, unprocessed foods. If there's going to be any processing, you want to keep it at a minimum, and you do it yourself, so you know exactly what's in your food. It's going to be a lot more satiating. It's going to teach you more, right? More people looking for information. Information does not equate to wisdom. Not the same. Not the same. There's a never-ending abundance of information, not wisdom. So you can have all these tools in your hand and not really know how to use them, like with fasting, dry fasting, water fasting. You can really hurt yourself. So we want a comprehensive approach, so we have a mindset shift so you can actually make a change, right? So that's whole living foods in the hood. Emergency food preparedness. This is made years ago. It's a little video course. Get it, so you understand how you can still maintain this lifestyle of whole, fresh living, unprocessed foods. Whatever's going on in the world, this is your foundation to help you manage your economics, also to help you to manage your time. And again, you know what's in your food. What foods are you choosing? How are you storing them in any kind of situation, on any kind of budget? That's emergency food preparedness. The course is sitting right there for you. For men, because I noticed almost half of people perusing on this channel are men. So I do understand that men from all kinds of countries. And if we're real, the internet is a source of escapism. People looking at somebody's pretty face, their makeup, their butt, their whatever. If you don't have a focus at this point, it's a shame, but that's on you. Has nothing to do with me. However, something for you to do for the men folks out there. There are young men on this channel with locks. We all come for different reasons. There's healthy eating for men. What are the things that you could be doing? Because most men, especially men of color, are going to have issues with their prostate. That means, men folk, you're going to have issues with urination. Men too will have issues and have to wear incontinence pads. It is what it is. So I'm inviting you to get a focus. If you have a big gut out here, it doesn't make you a bad person. It's affecting your back. It's affecting your gut flora, your ability to absorb your nutrition. So you want to get a focus. Also, there are many men, more than ever, at younger and younger ages, experiencing erectile dysfunction. And that's just the tip of the iceberg. We're not even talking about the clogged arteries and the colon cancer. So it would benefit you to get a focus. So there's healthy eating for men. Right now it's priced inexpensively, and I'm about to go raise the price. Because you pay full price for that gut, you pay full price for those clogged arteries, right? So we don't value what's free. It just is what it is. That's one of the reasons why we're so confused, because people are asking, I noticed for years, people are asked really intense questions about things that are life-altering, as if somebody on the internet that doesn't know you, can't see you, will just give you the answer. Even if somebody tells you what to do, you don't have the mindset. Most of us do not. It's not an insult. We don't have a mindset to maintain the habits that go along with health and vitality. We just don't. So a mindset shift and a comprehensive, effective, efficient, sustainable way to organize all of this in your brain so you don't feel overwhelmed is key to making changes. Does that make sense? So, preparedness, emergency preparedness, food, healthy eating for men, and then the other course, which you can take these at your leisure, it's on the website body-culinary.com, is the live passion cakes. It's a raw vegan cakes workshop. I like to refer to it whole, fresh living, and unprocessed. So live passion cakes. The distinction I'm making is more, it's bigger than raw vegan. It's living. I love that distinction of living because your body's not a graveyard. Your breast, your womb, your prostate. Hopefully you don't just think of your body, or maybe you don't consider your body temple. But it's not a graveyard for dead things and dead energy, things that are charred and burnt to death. Your palate might be, used to it. I used to love everything grilled chicken, grilled vegetables. Tastes delicious. I'm also a chef. I really appreciate flavors and textures. However, the education on what you're putting into your cells is critical. So charred, burned things, smoke, they're extremely toxic and carcinogenic to the body. Once you know and you have the information, it's totally your choice. This is not the time for people. I know it's not my time to be wasting, right? To convince people to eat healthy. These are the tools. Do with them what you will, but it's a critical time, definitely for women. And I wonder quite often, I've wondered for years, but I do know, the more you know yourself and you have compassion for yourself, the more you can understand people. And I have some consistent people on here. Greetings, Carolyn. And that's good. Do, whoever that is, your message is held for review. So I do have this hooked up, so if you say certain words, have manners, it will target you, track you, and hold on to your message, so it won't be seen here. So greetings, Carolyn. How are you? On here all the time. I had asked a question, I don't know if you heard before when you were on. Are you utilizing anything that you've learned from the channel? Sometimes I wonder, do folks, just have their favorite channels on and they look, but are you utilizing anything from the channel? I like to think stuff here is pretty comprehensive. Are you doing any, the triple trifecta? Have you engaged in any of the movement practices? Are you investing in yourself? That means spend money, because we are all spending money. And it's not to make anything bad, wrong with hair, wigs, weaves. I like adornment as much as anything. Though, are you prioritizing the 401k of your vitality? Because if you're not making deposits there, you'll have to pay. I don't know about you. Have you been to a nursing home recently and seen the amount of men, younger men, women, people that are there for many things that are preventable? It's no joke. And I often wonder about women, and it's like, it's clear we're going to suffer. But I think at this point, many of us are just, if we're honest, and in order to change, it requires a lot of honesty. Many of us are just so checked out. It makes sense. So we look for escapism on the internet. It is what it is, right? We're looking for escapism on the internet. It doesn't make us bad people. So it takes a lot of honesty to change. It's very confronting. It's very confronting, right? For example, I had so much acne, so much hyperpigmentation. Oh my gosh, I hated it. I was cut up fit body from competing, but I had all this acne and I was vegan. And I was like, why is my skin? I don't understand. Everybody's eating what they can eat. Why is my skin breaking out like that? But when I really got honest with myself, I ate so much junk food for so many years. And then it just transferred over to the health junk. And I was like, it was vegan, it's in the health food store, it's organic. But several times I'm like, you're kidding yourself. You're lying to yourself. So this is a space that we've gotten to. As humans, we're not honest. And we're just not. It's very confronting. It's upsetting. Sometimes you think you're lied to, or the amount of time that we've wasted. You can't get that time back. And many of us are so checked out. Maybe we just resigned to, let me just get my snacks, let me get a drink, and I'm gonna die. So let me just go out with more of these snacks in my hand. But we're not banking on the suffering. We like to maybe fantasize and think we can handle the suffering, but the suffering is no joke. So, that many people would just resign, kind of like numb. Many of us are actually numbed out. So, in any event, if you have any questions about whole, fresh living foods and fitness as a lifestyle this morning, you can put it inside of the chat respectfully. Respect is the minimum and the maximum over here. I'm all about canceling folks and removing them out of my cipher and whatever I need to report. I can only maintain but so much on here because I don't have the time for that. That's why a lot now is private, and a lot of the exercise videos are private for members. So if you're a member, you'll be able, and it's super duper inexpensive for now, but you'll have access to the live streams on this channel. So if you want to stare and not do anything, that's on you, but make an investment. Reciprocate. Not reciprocating, that's what's gotten us in this situation, a lot of us humans, because the things that are helpful, we don't appreciate it when we have it. In principle, what you don't appreciate is removed. That applies to your body. You don't appreciate the body, then the body literally stops sending blood flow. It stops growing muscle if you don't appreciate it. So what you don't appreciate leaves the body. The body is going to take the energy and the ability to repair and turn over cells and send it to where it's needed. So if you're not moving, you are communicating to your body, I don't need these body parts. So what happens? Those muscles start to atrophy. The same thing with your brain. I just heard the other day of somebody in their 30s with signs of dementia, right? And this is also due to the stress and not having intentional, positive, effective outlets for stress, right? I get it. I've had all different types of work with very early and late schedules. So it is really, I get it. Having to hustle and also being a mother, having to really manipulate your schedule if you're working a night shift or early shift, but your body is yours, right? You can go into channels where they're going to tell you good things about your bad habits, and, everyone's got their hand out in reverse. They got their hand out, but to take and to offer you more vices. So there's no shortage of vices. It's like the opium wars, right? We are so overstimulated and so stressed and so in fright and fear. It's like, just give me the drugs, just give me the pizza. And folks are really numbing out. So at this point, beyond being sad, I'm in a space of acceptance. This is where most of us, a lot of the population, this is where many of us are at. So I'm interested in those folks, those professional women, and I also have males as clients. But I'm interested in those people that still want to live and have a desire to live, a healthy quality of life, right? That nobody can take away from you. If men folk in jail can get healthy or get fit, then why can't women? In the place where you spend, you pay rent and mortgage. It is literally your most valuable asset. But we are deeply conditioned. We are deeply conditioned in a context, a type of laziness. But what is the laziness? It's numb. It's desensitized. It's fearful. Every time we experience the slightest bit of stress, we just start munching. And it is built into our nervous systems now. It is a reflex. We don't even think about it, right? And anybody that's worked with me knows I say a lot. I study who? I study junkies. Junkies. Why would I study junkies? I figured out from a young age. I study junkies because I like to observe human behavior in order to understand why we are such a self-sabotaging species. Why do we do the things that we do? Right? There's a lot that we know that is totally ages and damages the body. Yet us brilliant humans, we do it anyway. It's actually quite fascinating. But right now, it's reached a fever pitch. So I'm interested in those folks, the alignment, or my tribe, are those folks that want to get into action, that want to do something, right? That have their focus in the right place. Some people only ask them, well, how'd you do your hair? And we'll talk about hair, because I do think hair is really important to your process. But people are only concerned. You could be giving somebody a tip or information to save their life, and they only want to know your lip gloss. It's amazing. Sometimes I think it's alarming, it's frightening, but it's a testament to how checked out we are. The only thing as women, and you can let me know respectfully, I don't have the only perspective, but the only thing we are concerned with right now is what we look like superficially. We're overlooking character, and so it's brought us to a place where we sit in pews and we sit in front of leaders that treat us like trash. We go involuntarily sit there and give them our money. It's amazing. It's amazing. We want everything curated with lights, and cameras, and so we don't recognize real human beings when we see them. It's like we're starting to grow a disdain for what aging really looks like. So we can't appreciate, many of us are not appreciating our wisdom years, right? We don't know what it looks like. We're scared of aging, but we're scared of aging because of all the different things we're doing. We're not taking accountability for this one and only body temple that we have. So there is so much that we actually can do. Your channel deserves to be so much bigger. Hey, Rose, greetings. It deserves to be so much bigger. Well, thank you, Rose. That's a nice compliment. There's some people that have said that over the years yet. You know, it sounds nice. That would be nice, but bigger, what would that do? It's really what different humans are choosing to, you know, we can complain about, you know, people being snatched up on the streets and the environment and the pollution. Yet the interesting thing, we're not seeing our contribution, how we are complicit. All of us on a spectrum, we're complicit with our consumption patterns, our addictions to vices, our lack of accountability. There's enough of that to go around for males, females, whatever label you want to put on yourself. We are complicit. We don't think that the things that we do make a difference. And then we want to control other people, what other people are eating, what other people are controlling themselves, who other people are praying to. We got some serious stuff going on with us as humans. So bigger the species, and I get it, without making us bad or wrong, we are enamored right now with sedation, whether that's food or entertainment, as a coping mechanism to just make us feel better. Like we're overly anxious, our nervous systems are tapped out. We're not eating real food, we're just eating mouths full of flavoring. And so people are checked out. People's organs are failing. And I totally get it. Context is everything. I get body positivity. But I was crystal clear. Let me say for myself, I was crystal clear when I had so much acne on my face. It's telling me about my hormones. It's telling me about my liver. It's telling me about my organs. Not just the skin, which is a large eliminated organ. But it's telling me about my colon. It's telling me about those habits over the years, which I was making myself feel better. It wasn't for nutrition. It was tasty. It was delicious. It was for the texture. But my body was telling me about all the things that I ate, and just a couple of green juices didn't do it. For me, it took really making changes, and I knew it wasn't just aesthetic. I knew I would be on the same trajectory of diabetes, heart disease, high blood pressure, cancer, as the rest of the women in my family. So you got to be very, very careful of how things are marketed to us. Right? The current entertainment really desensitizes us to things that actually are not funny. The amount of harm, we can talk about other people, but the amount of harm, us placing ourselves in harm's way, and the things that we're submitting ourselves to, whether that's abusive, dysfunctional relationships, putting things that we know, forget me, that we know is absolutely destructive, super aging, super drying to the body. You don't need a PhD to figure this stuff out, but we're just so disconnected and desensitized. It's right there, but we're moving so fast in survival mode, it's not clicking. There's a disconnect. Can you see it? Can you observe it? And so then what do? It's a cycle. It's a pattern. It's a rhythm that we're moving in. And so it takes something, because even after you get off the internet, you got to go do something with the information. If you don't do anything with the information, if you don't activate these seeds, then it becomes a weight. And it has an even more reverse effect, because then you know that you need to be doing something, but you're not doing it. It's like you know you're laying in the bed looking at the ceiling, scrolling. You know that was your whole workout. You had enough time for 2 movement practices. You had enough time to do a food prep, but you didn't do it. Or maybe you're laying in the bed next to somebody you don't have no business laying next to you, and you're skipping your movement practice. This is not just for aesthetics. The aesthetics is a plus. It's for mental resilience. So it's a mentality. It's a state of mind. If you're not doing anything, if you're not investing, and whether you're aware of it or not, we are investing all the time. What do you have to show for your investment of your time? What do you have to show for your time spent on the internet? Are you more fitter? Have you been able to sustain your fitness? Have you been able to sustain letting go of things that you have identified are not in alignment with what you want for your skin, your colon, for your body? Are you in a position to run, jump, kick, and punch, or play with the body temple that you have? Are you going to be suffering when you're over 50, over 55? Will you be in a nursing home early? I did eat hot pepper this morning. We're in denial as a species. We're in deep denial, and I'm under no illusion. I'm not prying anybody out of denial. It could be family members. I accepted a long time ago, you're on your own. You're on your own, and we're attaching ourselves to people. You know, I need my husband to eat right with me. I need my sister. I need my coworkers. This is on you. And a lot of people are going to suffer. The medications are going up if they're available. A lot of the safety nets are being removed. I see some people scrambling. I heard 2 women say this past week, oh, if things go, you know, if different things go down in your state, look to see, you know, store up on food and look to see who you're going to call. And I'm thinking, like, this is such, in a sense, BS. Because I have been hearing women, men have their own stuff, women bragging about how we don't get along with other women and I'm by myself and I'm isolated. And I'm like, what? We're just not thinking. So you don't value relationships. So you have unsafe behaviors and you don't like other women. A lot of people don't even like humans. You don't like men. They don't say, you don't like women. So you just go to work and you really think the job, the job, is checking for you? Because one of the biggest expenses for the job, the biggest overhead is employees. So folks are just not thinking. And I would say it's not an insult. We're not thinking because we're taking things in that compromise brain function. Did you know that cancer proliferates in the absence of oxygen? How much oxygen are you eating in the food? You see? So this is how we're thinking over here. We're not thinking. It's astounding. It's embarrassing, as my Nigerian girls would say. It's embarrassing. It's shocking. But we are a type of animal. And we have the capacity for intellect. But we also have the capacity for deviancy. And we have the capacity for brilliance. This is the species. We have all the religions that we could ever have. And we're creating more. But we can't figure out how not to destroy our own bodies. How not to destroy children, how not to destroy the planet. How smart is that? It is what it is. It is what it is. So we're participating, or we're complicit in allowing these systems to have us behave on a very low functioning animalistic level. And it shows up in what we're choosing to eat. It shows up in us not questioning at all whoever has the best body or the best oratory speaking skills. We just follow. The herd just follows folks right off of a cliff. I didn't make the rules. It's just here. I'm about the fruits and the vegetables, the movement, and the garden, because these are leverage activities that will give you something back for your time. So I'm just going to be on here for a few more minutes. If you have any questions about the workshops that are coming up, and let me see if I have the dates here so I don't give anybody the wrong date. We just did a really, if anybody's here from the fasting workshop that we just did this past Sunday, it was really beautiful. It was exciting. I was teaching, but it was exciting because there were so many, mostly women, on that were really interested in making a change and not hurting themselves, doing it intelligently. So this past Sunday was the fasting workshop, Fasting for Everyday People. So shout out to Ashonda and Stacy Mobley, who organized. There are people doing things when they're not on this internet, who organize all of this fitness and estate planning, all of this information for their family members. It gives me chills. It gives me chills because it's so easy to be enticed and divisive into these gender wars. It's like, how are you benefiting? Are you getting something back for the investment of your time? So I was like, wow, for these women to bring in all these professionals to teach their families who are across the globe about fasting, nutrition, fitness, anything you can think of. I'm like, oh my gosh, that's stupendous. We just got to make sure that we are also investing in taking care of ourselves, because we are infamous and we've been conditioned to, be a martyr, and we feel so good. It's our identity to take care of everybody. And then we're broke down productions and the nursing home, and your depends are falling off, and the home attendants, the nurses are walking around ignoring you. Are you hearing me? So let's say the 16th to, this Friday, they're starting the fast. It's going to be a 9-day fast that's coming up. That's very comprehensive. And then also this Sunday is the Hair Freedom Workshop. So this is not specifically a hair channel, but I do include my journey of radical self-acceptance. And this has been a long journey. I've cut my hair bald and peach fuzz. I've had everything natural you can think of. So I like to take hair off the table. I like to take a lot of distractions off the table because I have other things to do with my time. It was great for me to play, do double strand twists and all of that. But I'm in a phase of life, well, I've been here for a long time, but I want ease and comfort. I don't want one more thing to stress about. I don't want to stress about hair. I don't want to stress about clothes. I don't want to stress about makeup. That's so much time, energy, and resources. That's travel. That's the garden. It's a mismanagement for me of my time, and I actually find it quite depleting and stressful. So I take those things off the table. So I'm someone with the hair that I would say that nobody wanted. It's coarse, it's cottony, it doesn't follow the rules, it appears dry though it's soft. So embracing it has been, this is a whole nother natural hair journey all over again. And I totally forgot about the hair, and this is what it's doing with me leaving it alone. And when I go on some of the channels with women who like me are over 55 and natural, it's like we are struggling, right, with our esteem. We are affected to the point we're taking dangerous glues and things and we're putting costs. We have not stopped from the count. And I've had a jerry curl and a gold tooth right here. I've had a perm, I've had braids too tight, I've done all. So I'm not here to judge anyone, right? You can do whatever you want. I'm not here to tell grown folks what to do. However, I can observe that we are desperate. We go onto the internet and we go onto Facebook and we're showing our scalp and we're like, can anybody help me? And if you're younger, it's coming for you too. Age is coming for all of us. Raw foods, fitness, all is coming for us all. So I'm watching us like the hair is all broken off. We have so much mostly traction alopecia, and we're not considering just how caustic and cheap the chemicals are that we've been putting in. One of my best homies really destroyed her scalp with Dark and Lovely. I used to do the Dark and Lovely perms too, the creamy crack. I got burnt hair, I had scabs in my scalp. Do you not think that that is trauma? All right, I had the scars, you know, the scabs. You don't think that's trauma? It's psychological trauma, but it's trauma also to your body. And your brain is right here. I don't know why we are taking for granted that this is affecting our brain. And we're doing so much. There's so much autism. There's so much autism. The amount of smoke and charred stuff and burnt stuff and highly processed stuff and the stress. We don't think that this is contributing to the quality of the fetuses and humans we're putting out here. It's shocking. We're not thinking. This is not an insult. We're almost like dumbed down farm animals. This is how we're behaving. This is how people are functioning, and it's become normalized. I don't know. I'm not under illusion. I'm changing anything. It's like people are going to have to choose to do the work and invest in themselves to change. I've been out here for a long time. I invested. You're going to have to invest your time, your energy, and your resources. Otherwise, it's going to get tighter and tighter and tighter quickly. I'm not saying to freak you out. Look around. I've been saying the same thing for years. So the community, if you're part of the community, if you're just sitting around in the community, a lot has changed. I've been saying it for a long time. People are scrambling for community. So I would say you even want to vet your community. I know I want to be around folks that are safe, that are thinking enough, at least enough, not perfect, enough to demonstrate your decisions, that you're not trying to throw me underneath the bus for your religious beliefs. I need to know that I'm safe. And that is based on, it's not based on my hair or you like my outfit. It's based on your decision making, right? This is where it's at. What kinds of activities are you doing? How are we coming together? I'm saying the same thing I've been saying for years. If we're coming together, right? The focus for me is fruits and vegetables. I was saying it years ago. Are you splitting a case of sweet potatoes or limes with your homegirl? Well, maybe it was too simple. Get the whole living foods in the hood. So if you're talking to me about the garden, planting, fitness, nature, and peaceful consumption that's going to keep my skin clear, keep me nice and fine, and aging my vitality, then we have something to come together on, right? And I could care less if you have a perm or whatever. Some of, you know, my good friends, my priority is how you treat me. I don't care if you vegan. I don't care what you eat. That's your B-I-bubble-I business. I care how you treat me. I care if you reinvest in me. If you're coming to extract, even if you're a chocolate. Some of us women are not thinking, do you come to extract but you don't add value? This is setting you up for weakness. It is setting you up for a mindset where you don't understand reciprocity. So when it's time for you to extract, doors are going to be closed to you. Principle is what you do not appreciate and respect is removed from you. It's removed from your life. You don't take care of the planet, guess what? It's not going to be available to us. You don't take care and respect your children, they're not going to be there to take care of you when you're older. You don't take care of yourself, we're going to suffer. This is not me making it up. This is not me trying to freak you out. This is just me inviting you to ask questions respectfully if you have any while I'm here. I have some tools that I've made available to you, and that's it. Fruits and vegetables, movement in the garden. That's all I got for you. But I'm very clear that these are leverage, giving you something back for your investment. Leverage lifestyle activities, right? Are you safe? Are you healthy? Are you an asset or are you a liability? Are you, and I could care less. I've been through all kinds of religions and spirituality and all that stuff. But the mindset of you just sitting there begging and pleading, oh, save me, oh, please, but you do nothing. You don't get uncomfortable. You don't sweat. No discipline, no focus. I've been there. But you want to go to somebody. Do you see the power that you see how they got something for you, how you're going to be controlled and how you're going to be treated? It's a mentality. That's not a diet. That's a mentality. So you're going to have to do something, male or female. If you just keep sitting here and actively staring at the screen, this machine has got something for you if you're paying attention. Or not. Ujo Wajet. So true. Hey, greetings from Chicago. Hey, how is the weather? Is it getting cold over there? Yeah, is it cold in Chicago? So I'm out of here. I'm inviting you to the Hair Freedom Workshop. If you want to know some other insight on manipulating your hair without the stress, without the oil, without the products. If perhaps you are concerned if you have very fine hair or dandruff, maybe you want to get off the whole stroll of products. That's just freedom. And, get your time back so you can reallocate that time to your movement practice and to travel. We have other things to do, right? And also, my sister and I are still hosting people in Central America. So if you'd like to do an immersion program, reach out to me for that. But we're moving through. If you're training with me, we're already training for the new year, because we don't wait for the new year. Waiting is a state of mind. It's a scam. And I'm not interested. I remember when I was naive. I have zero interest in participating with the self-delusional scam. Delusion is a spectrum, right? It's a spectrum. I might just be further along in the spectrum. I have zero desire. It took me a long time to get clear as a former junk food junkie. So wisdom is worth its weight in gold. I'm not going to let anybody waste my time. Your time is so valuable. So valuable. If you're not reciprocal, oh well. If you can't appreciate or respect, oh well. There's nothing I can tell you, male, female, black, white, rubber. There's nothing for me to tell you. It's a mindset. You have to have appreciation and reciprocity, or it's not going to be available. If you're just begging and pleading, how is that working for you? How is that working for your arteries? Is that, if now you're taking medication, and now the medication is going to be generic, and now it won't, might not even be available to you. In an emergency, what are you going back into the house for? What are you going to run in and you're going to grab? And so when I was listening to the lady say, oh, the lights go out, get your to-go bag. Where are you going? You're just going to show up in another country as if the people in the other country there don't have to eat? We're not thinking. This is why you want to eat whole, fresh living, and unprocessed food. And that's no joke for many people, because many of us are highly addicted. I'm not joking when people's like, what do you mean junkies? Did you not hear me? I study junkies and addiction because it is a state of mind and it's a spectrum. Some of our junkiedom and addiction is socially acceptable, and some has more stigma. You feel me? So download the tools. If you are a member, so now of the workouts, now you'll get a clip. If you are a member, on Mondays, I'm doing certain live streams. If you're training with me on a regular basis, you're going to get feedback on your workouts. If you need guidance in terms of putting on muscle, especially if you're plant-based or maybe you have PCOS or issues with fibroids, then I'm giving coaching to those people that need something more specific, if you have specific things going on. So I'm checking your workouts and the results from your heart rate monitor daily, and you'll have access to my private training Discord. If you have been in the Discord and you're inactive, it's scrub-a-dub-dub. Because you want to be active, and then you have to go around. So you can apply on Body-Culinary if you've subscribed to the mailing list. If you are a member of the channel, join the app. You join through Spaces, but you'll join the app. So on the app, you'll have access to what I'm doing a lot quicker from your phone. And what I'm thinking is with some of the private live streams from the community, which there will be a charge now. You just can't sit there and take up space, because community and having a network is super important. Just ask the ladies that I've been coaching. Anything else before I get off? Several young women have been asking me for coaching. So yes, I'm offering coaching to young women that are serious and willing to invest in themselves. Usually anybody that, other than my corporate or professional women, any of the younger women, or might be older, but usually the younger women, you have to be vetted before I bring you down to even consider an internship. At this point, I used to offer a lot of stuff. You will pay your own way for your internship. But what you'll get, like just like when I paid my own way for my internship, I got more than the people that were paying and coming through the door. So you'll pay your own way for your own stay, and you'll need to apply for an internship and for maybe a couple of women, because you have to be safe and you have to value the energy or whatever. I don't know what to tell you, but it's a different time, and I've tested stuff to see what's out there. Just many of us, we just the headspace is not there. So you have to be, you don't have to do anything, but I'm watching the consumption, the attitude, somebody that's prioritizing investing in themselves. We invest in a lot of people that, again, treat us like shite. That's a mindset. So we have things to do. We have a lot to do. Man, folk, y'all got stuff to do. To be sick in this climate, do you know how expensive it is to be sick? To not be able to function? You don't want to be a burden to your children or your spouse or your partner. Or if you have a bunch of women that you're splitting a case of vegetables and stuff with, can y'all all move, run, jump, and punch as well as play? What are we doing? What's wrong with us? V. Wiggins, I agree. Your channel deserves to be much bigger. You show us whole, fresh living foods, beneficial body movement. Thank you so much. You're welcome. If you appreciate it, the membership costs hardly nothing. And you'll have access, because again, I used to be so a lot of times anti-internet, but I didn't make the rules. It's just there. So if you are a member, because I'm not going to have just folks just come and sit around and staring, invest, and most of that goes to YouTube. But any general level of interest, all the videos are going, the movement practices are going private. And I'm not just giving a quick 15, 20 minute. There's a lot of corrective exercise that we need to do. Many of us are too unfit to exercise. We're too unfit. Our mobility is compromised. Many of us are pre or post-menopause. We're so deconditioned, we can't hold up our body weight. So we have to do certain cleanup work just to get the body open, just to activate the core, just to activate issues with the knees and the lower back. So just you're doing a 15, 20-minute workout or trying to act like you're still in a college sprinting team is not going to cut it. We have corrective exercise to do. We have education so we can understand what we need to do to be efficient, effective, and have sustainable fitness. Gym membership or no gym membership. I know how to train in the gym and get a buff body and go on stage. But I have always known from day one that I cannot give myself any excuse not to move. First, because it is my therapy. I discovered that years ago. The aesthetics come, not a problem if you're eating real food and you're consistent. But there are a lot of blind spots, especially for women. So, you can't just come and pick my brain for nothing and just leave me. That's the problem. That's why we're getting mishandled. That's why we're getting scammed, because our priorities are in the wrong order. I like lip gloss and I like fashion too, but we're focused on the wrong things. We'd rather go to channels. This all of us. We'd rather go to channels where people got 20 likes that are actually not real people. Are you a celebrity with several personal chefs and lots of... Are you a celebrity? We are so enthralled and hypnotized by the fantasy, it's going to cost us. So maybe us seasoned crones out here, if you overlook it, we'll be disappearing from the internet in 2 seconds because you don't make money from this. I think in this last month, my viewership went up 300 and something %. I'm not even on here all the time. Now it's half of it is men and women, mostly from the United States. And YouTube, you know, it's a moving goalpost. When it said $5.32, that makes no sense. As a woman, as a chocolate woman of color, do we have it all day to be a martyr to think I'm just, you know, I love people to train with, but just be giving all of this stuff out, 30, 40 years of information for free? That's ego. So if you still want to keep being a martyr, and if you don't get, you need to secure yourself into the future, especially my young flowers, this machine has got something for you. The best thing I can tell folks is invest in yourself. Somebody said the other day, I don't know, they may be on here, they're interested in traveling with their child. I'm not going to give you misinformation. If you think you're just going to get free information and carry your child overseas, you are going to get got. Vet properly, because there's something waiting for you. You're not the first person to want to go travel overseas. That fancy stuff is going to get you in trouble. Go through a protocol so you can be safe and your child can be safe. And when you come and you're looking to extract something from somebody's years of experience, if you expect, it's like people's thought process. People want people to give them their address, where they live, all the information on the internet to a stranger. You don't even have a picture next to your name. And a lot of times it's a cartoon. People are not thinking, oh well. Oh, we're not there. It's not that time. Avail yourself of the tools. So by the time you get in contact with me, I can see you already took some action. If you're not getting into action, I don't have to sit down and just talk to you for free. I have a guard and I have things to do. There are things to do. We've got things to do. Now, if you're interested in community, reach out to me, right? Go to BODYCULINARY.com and you can have access. You can gain access to the community. So when stuff is going down, you need somebody to talk to with a purpose and for some guidance. That's going to be an active community. Fitness, garden, nothing wrong with some natural beautification, which for me, beauty is health. Hello? Whether you're in your 40s, 50s, 60s, the beauty is, the secret is health and vitality. So you can relax as you move into your seasoned years, if that makes sense. Otherwise, you're just going to sit there just waiting for stuff to happen to you. That's no bueno. That's not bad. So, like, comment respectfully, subscribe to the channel. I invite you to share this. One of the ways you can support the channel if you want to, because, again, we got to get out and say, oh, I love you, it's great, and do nothing. Again, women, we behind. We're asleep at the wheel. If even for our own benefit, if you love and appreciate something, reciprocate, invest, or it disappears. If you don't get that, I don't know what to say. Maybe you wait for Pastor Winans and Marvin Sapp to come save you. I saw women in the comments say, I'll just take it and go give it to another church. And I was like, oh, gosh. You're trading your life force for money that is taxed at a certain kind of rate. But your body, it can't perform. But we're sitting in the Bible waiting. We're waiting. Oh, please. Oh, please. I don't know what to tell you. But you're going to have to do something. So community, so you can do something, community with a purpose. That's what I'm about. That's what I'll be doing. That's what I'll continue to do. Imperfectly, right? It's going on 4 decades. And the simple principles, peaceful consumption, that's what I call it. Food that demonstrates that loves you back, garden/nature therapy, and a daily movement practice have continued to serve me. And they will continue to serve me until my hair is white. And I'm going to become old one day and wrinkled and white. And I want to enjoy myself and be fit to enjoy whatever's going on around me. So if you have questions, let me know. Reach out, because we are training every day. This is a New Year's push. So if you're going to get off of here and give yourself excuses, it is what it is. I'm not even calling it sad anymore. But you got to want to change your mind. You have to do something. Your ego is not going to want to change. I'm going to tell you that. I'm giving you I'm being honest. You might want to, but there's a part of you that doesn't want to because it's safe and it's comfortable. This is why we are in a situation because of laziness, and laziness is really, it's really code for depression and complacency and apathy. Like you don't even feel nothing no more. Just pass the snacks. How's that looking for you? I'm out of here. Create a great day on purpose simply because you said so. If you did the movement practice today, you should be taking a screenshot of your results and putting it inside of the private Discord. Reach out to me for coaching, how to use the tools and what's going on behind the scenes, right? Get a focus. I can't tell grown folks what to do, especially if you're not paying me. Now, if you want to support the channel, I never used to ask, so we're going to change that too. I like organic fruits and vegetables. I'm not a coffee drinker. I like teas. You can purchase me a tea. You can purchase me a tea. My Cash App is there somewhere. It's Cash App, $ Kwasa with a K, Kwasa, peaceful with 2 L's, eating. I like fruits and vegetables, right? For the men that are over here, how do you want to get my attention? You haven't bought a book. You haven't purchased my business. You eating all of this slop. Do I look like I want to eat slop and trash? No. You're trying to get somebody's attention? Create a great day on purpose simply because you said so.